What's up, witches?
What's up?
I'm Linda Hurd.
And I'm John Kane.
And this is Getting Witchy. And what are we talking about today?
Well, okay, what are we watching? The Sesame Street show or Mr. Rogers? What are we talking about today? That's just what that reminded me of. I'm sorry, I'm old. Well, this is part 2 of Wicca 101, but it was actually supposed to originally be part 1. Because the first part we did the last recording, right?
Yeah, New Beginnings.
New Beginnings, talking about the new moon and all those wonderful things, which is about to happen if I'm not wrong. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Wednesday will be in some calendars. Others will be Thursday. But yeah. Anyway, so but this conversation or this recording was supposed to be about like our personal views of Wicca and what Wicca means to us and the different perspectives of, because just like other religions, there are different sects, SECTS, not SEX, but there are different sects of the belief. I mean, I think we've mentioned this before. Some that believe in Roman gods, the Greek gods, the Norse. Anyway, so we speak from our experience and our interpretation of Wicca, witchcraft, and magic. We do disagree on some points, but it is what it is. I firmly believe that, and why I think that it's a true testament to freedom of thought and expression is because you can have any and follow any belief system you want. And yes, there are some that are extreme, but for the most part, it's not like other religions where like 50% of them have to tell you all about their belief. Anyway, so we both agree upon the fact that Wicca is a nature-based. It is pre-Christian. It is a pagan religion, and technically with or without formal deities like named gods.
Yes, you can practice Wicca without having a formal relationship with like the Roman gods. I mean, because there is the all-encompassing goddess, there is the all-encompassing god that is usually referred to as the horned god.
Yes, or the green man.
Right, or the green man. I'm not really sure I agree with it being pre-Christian, though.
Really? I mean, the Roman Catholic Church, I tried to go without naming but
name the names.
Without naming the names, but they did assimilate beliefs and practices. I mean, Samhain. We call it Christmas, but Candlemas. And that is a little pre.
Yeah, I thought Candlemas was in bulk, though.
Well, see, my understanding is like from the winter solstice, it stretched into January, which sometimes was Candlemas.
We're gonna
different
have to,
sources. We'll round back on this.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
So Wicca and witchcraft, although done in different ways, uses or utilizes the natural energies of everything around them.
That I will agree with.
Okay, to create a better world for themselves, and depending on their path, their chosen path for the world around them, or to create a better world. Paganism, not so much. It's a little bit different. I don't know a lot about paganism other than I know it's separate from the other two.
Well,
and that it's ancient gods like Baal and.
Well, originally, if I recall correctly, the word pagan was just used to describe those who lived in the country.
Yes.
Those who did not live in the cities.
Yes, but in today's, you're absolutely right. Country folk.
Yeah.
Like what we call rednecks of, West Virginia and northern Tennessee. And
I was going to say those
the
who
Appalachians.
live off-grid, but
the
homesteaders.
Yeah. So, we're getting sidetracked. Excuse me?
I said you're getting sidetracked.
So one area that we disagree upon, in case you haven't already kind of been able to see the it's not really conflict, but
if you can't see where this is going.
One area that we disagree on is this. I believe that if you are Wiccan, you are also a witch and you're pagan. Let me explain why. Wiccan follows the ways tries to follow the ways of nature and uses the energy and power of nature. Does do some potions that, whether it be essential oils or herbs or whatever. A witch, same thing. Because of modern society's views of witch, other than Harry Potter, could be a little bit darker, but still ultimately believes in the same thing as the Wiccan. And then pagan, if you're a Wiccan or you're a witch, you typically have more than one god that you adhere to. Even as a Wiccan, if all you believe in is the power of Mother Nature and the sun god or the horned one or the green man, that's two gods. And then you add in the Norse religion and all the others, and therefore you're pagan as well. Where, if you're a witch, you aren't necessarily Wiccan or pagan. Because you could be a practicing witch doing spells and, yes, curses, but mixing herbs together. Soup is a form of being a witch, just so you know. Think about it. Chicken soup, specifically. Like, it cures everything. I wonder why. All those herbs and spices and the vegetables and the chicken. Anyway. However, if you're pagan, that doesn't make you a witch or a Wiccan. Just because you believe in the Norse gods or the Greek gods or the Roman gods and worship them doesn't mean that you're working with nature or casting spells, which can be done on either side, which is why I think a Wiccan, if you're a Wiccan, you're a witch. Period.
Okay. The reason that I disagree with that, though, is that Wicca is a religion, whereas witchcraft is a practice.
Okay.
Not all Wiccans practice witchcraft.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
If they are...
I know, in my witchcraft groups on Facebook, there are plenty of Wiccans who will sit there and say, I have never cast a spell before. I have never done this. I've never celebrated a Sabbath.
Then they're not Wiccan. If they have not celebrated one of those, which is...
Okay, that's like saying that if you've never celebrated Christmas, you're not a Christian.
No, that makes you Jehovah's Witness. Well, that's a fact. I know somebody's laughing out there right now. It's a fact, though, because they don't celebrate anything. Birthdays, holiday, they don't celebrate anything, but they believe in Jesus Christ. So they're Christians. You love me.
I do love you.
See, and that is a point of contention. But you know what? It's okay. We don't have to agree on everything, and not even with the beliefs. There are so many aspects of... oh, it went dark. of Wicca, witchcraft, and paganism that we both agree upon. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. One thing that we also disagreed upon until recently is that Wicca is a shamanic religion or faith or belief or practice. Shamanic in that, no, you don't necessarily need to use hallucinogenics, although I kind of... Never mind. There are other means of getting to a different plane of existence or a different...
altered state of consciousness?
Thank you. Altered state of mind or consciousness. Drums, rattles, tambourines,
singing, chanting, ritual,
dancing,
visualization, meditation.
There's so many ways that do not involve the
use of controlled substances?
Concept of hallucinogens or anything, unfortunately, but thankfully. So it is shamanic, because if you think of a shaman, and they give very watered down examples, like honestly in Pirates of the Caribbean with that witchess or witch doctress in the swamps that they went to go visit.
Oh.
I mean, she was basically a shaman. She was a witch doctor, but she was a shaman or a type of shaman. Like the fucking rattles and the feathers and just, The
one who gives him the jar of dirt?
The jar of dirt, but it's my... No, I want the jar of dirt. Yes, that one. Anyway, one little tidbit before we bring this... Did you have something else that you...
Well, I mean, even though the books say it's a shamanic religion, I still don't see it as a shamanic religion.
Wait a minute, you just said yesterday, as a matter of fact. You know what? At first, I did not see it as, because we were going to do this recording last night. Unfortunately, I may have stalled with half shots. And then it got a little late, and we hadn't eaten yet, so we had to eat. And by the time we ate, we were tired. So, but we were having this conversation last night, is my point. And you said, you know what, I didn't really see it as a shamanic religion, but now I get it because of all the use of the tools to bring rhythm. And yes, you did. Yes, God damn it, I wish we were recording. Yes, you did.
You have no proof of that. I don't even remember that, so it didn't happen.
Anyway, the other thing that I was going to mention is it was Neil deGrasse Tyson, right?
Yes.
Love the dude. And was watching some... I watched YouTube shorts and some of his from the various shows that he's been on pop up a lot, actually. And somebody mentioned something about... I don't know if it was black cats or luck or bad luck or whatever. And he's like, do you know why cats are associated with witches? Now check this shit out. And this is from Neil deGrasse Tyson. You could freaking look it up. They figured out that the plague was distributed by fleas.
Fleas, which came from?
Rats.
And mice.
And mice. And they determined that those that didn't have the plague in their home had cats
around their home
or in their
home.
So there's no rats. If there's no rats and mice, there's no fleas. And they figured that it was witchcraft and sorcery, and there was something right. And they eventually became some of the people they hunted down later, but they always associated the cats with, and it was mostly females. So witches.
Yeah, 99%.
Yeah, I mean, still even today, most
Crazy
people
cat
that
ladies.
have, as we have one sleeping up there.
He's
but
possessed.
that cats got associated with the sorcerers because they didn't get the plague. And it's just continued on to be associated with witches. I know I've kind of ruined... He said it much more eloquently than I did. But, yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. And crazy. Anyway, thank you for spending this last, 30 minutes, 40 minutes with us.
I kind of feel like we
Barely touched on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, how long has it been? Like, for real, for real.
Like...
You know we get sidetracked.
Almost 16 minutes.
That's all?
Yeah.
I thought it was 30 or 40.
No, it's only been 16 minutes. Even with the little side trips.
All around.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's another thing I was talking about. I was trying to get it ready. It was like there was so much information.
Yeah, and we could totally do a history of witchcraft. So back in, gosh, when was that?
I don't know, when was it?
2009, maybe 2010?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it would have been later than that. It would have been like 2013 or 14. One of my best friends and I took an online paganism course, and one of our assignments was to do a timeline of the history of witchcraft.
Do you still have it?
I do. Somewhere in my files. I'll have to dig it up.
That should have been the first show.
But don't look at me like that.
I was looking at them like that.
You're looking at them like that, and you're looking at me like that, because, like, you know.
So that'll be part 3.
Don't look at me like that.
What?
Don't look at me like that.
I will look at you any way I want to. I love you.
I love you too, which is why I made you banana bread.
Oh, it's fucking yummy too. Even more yummy than my sauce.
Your sauce is delicious.
Yeah, but your banana bread is
definitely... But that's apples to oranges, baby.
I happen to like oranges more.
Yes, but I'm the apple. He loves
we
me.
Love you guys. Yes, I do. We will get that ready and have that probably on the next one, and it will likely be Saturday or Sunday.
Within the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe even sooner. We'll see.
Yeah.
But we love you.
And in the meantime, if there's anything that you would like to see us discuss on this podcast, drop us a line. Either if you're watching this on YouTube, leave us a comment. If you're listening to this as a podcast, you can either shoot us an email at gettingwitchypodcast@gmail.com, or you may even be able to comment on the download itself.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But if you've got a suggestion for like a costume that one of us should wear, then we both wear it. Just so you're aware. Unless there's cash involved. No, I'm just kidding. No, but we both wear it. All right? Because we had an interesting comment. Love you, dude. But yeah.
Oh, and I do want to thank you all.
And I have no problem wearing the pointy hat. Just, I'm not going to say what the rest of them look like. Go ahead.
I do want to thank you all because we have recently hit over 300 podcast downloads for the audio.
Nice.
And we are at 286 total views on YouTube. Thank you so much for...
And that's none of me watching them from a different account because I don't like watching myself. I have actually not watched one of these all the way through.
I think that does protest too much.
Anyway, finish.
So thank you for watching and listening
to us rant.
Yes.
And yes, thank you.
We appreciate it. We hope you guys have a great night and a wonderful New Year.
Happy New Year. Merry New Year. Peace.